Alright, well, Happy New Year. We're finally back. Um, not too much was happening. I wasn't really finding anything. And then I checked out the restaurant, snack, packaged food sector, and there's almost too much. It's looking like a pretty bullish sector. So got a list narrowed down to 10 of the most short-term plays. Let's start with AbbVie, Above Food Ingredients Incorporated. On the weekly logarithmic, see, we have the 2024 sideways, and then had the big dump. Now we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 big pumps, each one higher than the last. So I mean, looks even better on regular scale. I don't know. It kind of looks like it wants to. Looks to me like it wants to revisit the $10 to $12 zone. Okay, back to logarithmic. Do the daily. You can see back here, there's a support uptrend line. Breaks down through there, dumps, comes back up through this resistance downtrend line, goes up, comes back down, bounces off of it, and boom, rockets up. Okay, we have comes down, breaks down through this support line, dumps, rockets back up, and shoots right through this downtrend. Right, comes down through this same uptrend line and makes resistance out of it, and it goes sideways through this downtrend line, stays above it, and rockets up. Maybe play around with this. Okay, boom, there's a big impulse move up through it. This isn't the best example, but here we have solid downtrend that we're not too far from breaking up out of, so will we have dumps like these first two scenarios, or more of a sideways thing going on? Who knows, but so far, every time once it breaks the downtrend line, worst case scenario, it goes sideways and down like that. So maybe it does something like that. Alright. BR Bellring brands. All-time chart on the monthly. That's got this falling knife. The RSI is the lowest by a mile. Zoom way in to the 15-minute. Here we have this pennant. So let's see if it can. Now pre-market, it's above. It's to the showing a breakout, but. There's not much time before the end of this pennant, so the longer it stays in there, the more explosive the breakout should be. Okay. Alright, behind Beyond Meat. Yeah, another falling knife. And we have descending triangle, so it's probably breaking down and maybe going to zero, but should break out to the upside. Alright, see what it does. DDC Enterprise Limited. Same idea on the 1 hour chart. Alright, we've got maybe a inverse head and shoulders. So if it can break out above $4, you can see looks like this 767-ish dollar area is a good target for the first resistance. Right, Hain, H-I-A-N, the Hain Celestial Group. An all-time low. Yeah, we got this resistance here. little bit of a even add-in pattern, which I guess isn't a thing, but if it breaks 123, yeah, 125, 126. Good. See this shooting up to 145 pretty quickly. LW Lamb Weston Holdings. Yeah, and the monthly looks like the bottom has a decent chance of being in. And you know what? Not much TA here. I'm just gonna. I think I might go all in on this. You look at the 1 hour chart. 50 minute. I mean, we got this uptrend. So maybe if it breaks below 42.60, I'm out. It's only at 43.32 right now, so that's not a big loss at all. I mean, we have this gap down from about $59. I have a pretty nice quick gain there. But, you know, we're being safe, and, you know, maybe it doesn't do this. All right. We don't lose much if it breaks down. THS, TreeHouse Foods. Oh, yeah, this, I mean, look at this. Low, high, higher low, higher high, sideways, and putting a higher high, and it's curling up. I mean, that looks like it wants to blast off. I'm going in on this one too, and if it breaks down below, yeah, say the 22.96, it's starting to look bearish, I'm out. This line. So about the 30, 31, 32 area is kind of resistance back here, support back here, so it's a high volume area. I can very well see this being first resistance, so that'd be a nice 20, 25, 30% gain. Alright, yeah, I'm going in on that one. Another 1 know the alphabetical order. Oh no. Alright, SFT, Smithfield Foods. Actually going to look at some of the fundamentals. I mean, 4.26% dividend, 10.62 PE. Nice. Alright. Been around since 1936, but look at the chart. Only goes back to exactly 1 year. You combine the fact that this is a pretty new chart, and I mean, the entire range is 1843 to 2607. I mean, you know, okay, yeah, it's an old company, but this could be kind of one of those things where you're in the early stages, and maybe it's, you know, $50, $100, $200 a few years from now, and you know, I think, man, would have been nice getting back here. So you have this range of about $21 to $22 of where the volume is. You know, I've been making support off that range recently. You know, if I just look at this chart, it's not you know, we're probably overextended. Here, look at the RSI. You know, maybe you'd want to wait for it to come down 22, but I mean, you're not talking big percentages. So maybe not the worst idea just to get in now and see what it does. Maybe it goes straight up to 26 and has a correction down to like 24. Alright, SMPL, the Simply Good Foods Company. Okay, monthly, we've all-time chart. We've had the second big dump. The first time, on the weekly. Okay. Yeah, look at the daily. At the bottom, we had this uptrend, and then once it broke this high, got a nice little run up. You know, and then it was off to the races. Zoom out, yeah. Look at that. Broke out. Came down and then all the way up to about $46. This is 2047 up to 46, so well over a double. And yeah, so this was 2020, the spring crash, and by 2 years later it had doubled. So now, do we have uptrend? Not quite the same thing, but we do have this nice little short-term pennant. So, yeah, it's most of the way to the end of it. So, pretty simple with simple. If it breaks out. All right, you have your entry. And USANA, USANA Health Sciences. Monthly all-time chart. We're down in this high volume cluster. Zoom in. Yeah, do 4 hour. So we have the start of an uptrend. I could very well see today opening at $26. I mean, not predicting it. I don't think it's going to happen, but wouldn't be surprising. We gap down from 26 to 24.50 and continue going down to 20, and then yeah, I mean this can move very quickly. Yeah, look at the daily. Maybe it probably come down, then maybe get another touch point to really create an uptrend, reset the RSI. Could go either way. It's under 22 right now, so the low was about 1850. So not a ton of risk. All right, and that will do it. All right. Right. So that could be a fun market open. Good luck.